are books that you read once and then you forget about them altogether. But then there are those books that you read and then you keep going back to them every now and then. And every time you open them, you find something different that you didn't see before. And these are some of those books for me. The first book is The Prophet by Kahlil, Gibran. It is a small book, but it holds a lot. Gibran reflects on life, giving, friendship, freedom, time, pain, even death. What stayed with me most is what he says about children. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts. It changes how you think about parenting because you do not own your children. Yes, you guide them, but you don't own them. I think if one chooses to have children, it has to come from love without expecting anything in return. And next we have The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. I come back to this one often. It reminds me how to use my free will in everyday life, especially the idea of not taking things personally. I tend to do that a lot. When something happens, my first thought is to ask, what did I do? But it is not always about you. The agreements are so simple. One is be impeccable with your word. Don't make assumptions. This is the biggest one for me, especially. I assume things, and that's where my problems start. Another agreement is don't take things personally. I've spoken about it. But the last one is always do your best. Nothing less, nothing more, but your best. These are so simple to understand, but they are very, very hard to live by. Then The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. This one is so practical. I struggle with saving and investing, so I come back to it as a reminder. The core message of this book is to pay yourself first. At least 10% of what you earn is yours to keep. It also changed how I think about budgeting. Right now, budgeting is so important for me because when you know where your money is going, you stop spending without thinking. And finally, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. This book is about belief in yourself, belief in your dreams. It reminds you to take your dreams seriously, but also you need to do the work that comes with those beliefs and dreams that you have. And another thing that I really like about this book is how he reminds you that, yes, you're working towards your dream, you have a destination in mind, but you also need to pay attention to your life as it is happening at that moment. Pause to see the beauty of life. And this helps me so much to make time for joy, to find happiness. And so the book reminds you that it's not always about where you're going, but it is also about what you do as you head towards your dreams. These are the books that I keep coming back to because every time you read a book, depending on where you are in your life, you learn something different. And I think that's what I love about books, because they find you exactly where you are in life. They speak to you based on exactly where you are in life. I would love to hear your books, the ones that you keep going back to, and why do you keep going back to them? I'd love to learn that, but also I might find some books that I might want to read now. So I'd love to hear from you. Please do leave a comment, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.